Hello and welcome to 3 Minute Gaming. I'm Nathan, and today I'm going to tell you if this game's worth your time and bandwidth.
Today's game is The Star Named Eos. A puzzle game mixed with short story about mothers, memories, and photography. Is The Star Named Eos worth delving into? Let's find out. A Star Named Eos is a short puzzle game that's honestly framed a bit like an escape room, except instead of escaping, you're delving down memory lane. You play as D, young photographer, whose mother was an investigative journalist and thus on location and not at home most of his life. She connected with him via letters and photos, which now as D, you want to recreate these photos in the locations your mother was to retrace her steps and connect with her memory. But while photos are often truthful, memories can deceive, and what you want to remember might not be what actually happened. It's a surprisingly touching story, with Act 2's ending reveal being its big emotional hit, and it does well in providing a mystery and presenting a warm blanket type experience as you progress through its bits. Gameplay is, as mentioned, a bit like an escape room. Your ultimate goal in each location is to recreate your mother's photo, and you need to solve small interacting puzzles in order to set things up correctly for the shot. Puzzles are often just two objects interacting, like deciphering Morse code to learn a combination to a lock, but others are self-contained, such as sliding puzzles and their ilk. They all provide about the same level of moderate challenge, with only a few at the end requiring me to pull out a pen and paper. Photography is also a core element, as each level has 3 hidden photos pertaining to you and your mother's past, which provide more insight into the story. You can also take a picture of anything at any time should you need to record a hint. The backgrounds are paired with some very pretty 2D animation layered on top, though most of it is in the second half of the game. It's a unique visual style that reminded me a bit of the game of Memoir Blue from a while back. And that's The Star Named Eos, a short, story-rich puzzle game where the only room you'll escape is the one of your own sadness. Or something. It's a metaphor. So what do I like about The Star Named Eos? Well, the story is the highlight here, with what starts as a very simple yarn evolving into something completely different, with a surprising amount of subtext and trust in the player to take what message they want from the experience. Additionally, the game's ethereal atmosphere is captivating, with the first half being dreamlike and just not quite reality. This is thanks to its gorgeous hand-drawn art style, which pair high detail with gorgeous colors for stunning visuals. And lastly, the puzzles overall are quite good, with only a few stumping me as they grow in difficulty as you learn the game's tricks and puzzle style. When it comes to the bad, I really wish this game had a clearer indication on what and wasn't clickable, at least for consoles. Controlling the cursor with analog sticks frankly sucks, and having to move it over everything to see if I can interact becomes tedious. Additionally, this game has no hint system whatsoever, which is fine for about 80% of the puzzles, but if you ever find yourself stuck, it really ruins the mood this game wants and replaces it with frustration. And lastly, I should mention this game is very short, which for the story length works, but there isn't much replay value aside achievement hunting, as there's no alternative endings or anything. The story wraps up cleanly. This is 3 hours and you're done, which if that's worth the asking price is up to you. As you know, I rate games here on a 3-point scale: must play, maybe consider, and don't bother. And A Star Named Eos is a fantastic little game filled with excellent puzzles and a captivating narrative. It's a shame it's so short and a handful of puzzles overly obtuse, but that isn't enough to prevent me from recommending it wholeheartedly if you enjoy puzzle games or games with strong stories. It's a game that made me think about my family, and particularly my mother, and the memories I'd made with her. It's a gorgeous little ride, and one you should absolutely consider taking. And that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. If you played The Star Named Eos, have you even heard of it? Please let me know what you think in the comments. Regardless, go out there and give this one a look.